You can just hand me the news stuff, Mike. Any news over there?
It's a Bobby Bones show.
You know what botulism is?
Oh, this is Botox? What is it?
I mean, if I'm guessing, I said like it's illness.
Oh.
Because the whole thing was FDA recalls fear of botulism. Like I think it's like a bacteria thing. I think it gets bad. That's my botulism guess before someone looks it up.
Okay.
A pull tab defect that might cause leakage and lead to botulism contamination is affecting some canned tuna products sold in some of the nation's most popular retail chains. Will you look up botulism so I'm not wrong?
Yeah, well, so Botox is botulinum. So kind of close. I was just like, why did I think that was botulism is a rare but serious bacterial infection that causes paralysis.
Oh.
It's caused by the bacterium Clostridium but it's caused by botulinum. That's from Botox. It says here. It's caused by what's the same?
You can't, but Botox can be contaminated. A contaminated Botox can give you botulism, but yeah.
Cool. I don't know. There's foodborne, wound-borne, and infant.
She's now making sounds, guys.
Yeah.
Just
It's like a
interesting
different
sounds.
No, there's
yeah.
foodborne.
There's foodborne. There's wound-borne.
Foodborne botulism, wound botulism, and infant botulism.
So the seafood, Tri-Union Seafoods on Friday voluntarily recalled Genova, Van Camp's, H-E-B, and Trader Joe's brands of canned tuna that are sold throughout the nation at Costco, Trader Joe's, Walmart, and through other retailers.
Oh, no.
Consumers are warned not to use the product even if it does not look or smell spoiled.
Okay.
But again, it says a pull tab defect, which is weird because that's the thing. That's the whole thing on the
That
top of the
pops
can
the
that pops
can.
up that I can never get my fingernails under.
Yeah.
I also suck at putting keys on a keychain. Like two of my weaknesses.
On the ring?
If it were like, what would the worst Olympic sports be for you? Putting keys on a keychain or opening up a can of tuna? Because I have no fingernails and it's hard to get under there. Botulism, food poisoning. I wonder how a defective compromise. Oh, okay. So it's not I found it. What happens is it's not effectively sealing. There's nothing actually wrong with. It's not contaminating it. Its inability to seal is what ends up contaminating it.
Oh.
I thought, like, what wasn't the pull tab that was making everybody sick?
So, like, the can wasn't properly sealed.
The
Correct.
FDA published the recall on Monday due to the pull tab lids on a defect that compromises its ability to effectively seal the containers of tuna. I think a
Yikes.
tuna is something you need to seal up pretty good.
Yeah. And it's hard to tell, too, when tuna's bad because it kind of always smells a little bad.
That's why they said even if it smells normal.
Right? Which is bad.
That's a good point.
Oh my gosh.
Like, does tuna...
It can paralyze your muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be paralysis.
Yeah.
That's what you said earlier.
Yeah, you said
I
that.
know. Well, because that's what Botox is doing. When you get Botox in your forehead, it's paralyzing your forehead muscles.
She's stuck in this
Gosh,
Botox thing.
Well, because
Well, I think she's putting it all together.
I was like, why when he said that, my first thought was Botox. Now it all makes sense.
A restaurant worker... Do you guys see where the Uber Eats driver ate the food of the person so the worker snitched on him? Have you guys seen this story at all?
No.
Nope.
I laughed out loud a little bit for like 3 reasons. But a restaurant worker snitched on an Uber Eats driver who was, first of all, not in a rush. The restaurant worker put a note in the bag that said, hey, your driver ate your lunch when your order was ready. I remade it fresh. Give him 1 star. So what happened was, let's say I'm the driver. I'm going to go pick a restaurant. Chipotle. I go to Chipotle. I see the food there. I eat it myself. So he ate it. The person saw the guy eat it. The person at the restaurant was nice enough to go, hey, that was for an order. Oh, remakes it, puts it back up, puts a note inside the remade. They go, I just saw your Uber Eats driver eat the food that we originally made you. That's why it was so slow.
Okay.
So was the driver going to order
what's
another
the
one
plan
for
after
the
he ate
person
I don't
that
know
ordered it?
or cancel it or any. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. So, but the driver ended up taking the new meal,
Yes.
and he didn't know
because-
the note was inside.
No.
But I get it, though. If it's lunchtime and you're...
No, there's no getting it.
don't
I mean,
get it.
that's
Stop.
getting it like I get why you rob a bank.
Right.
Like you understand the desire to probably eat some food, but you don't get it like you would do it.
No, but the food's like ready to go.
Yeah, but the
and then
job
you can
it-
just order another one.
Well, you can't just order another one there. Luckily, the person saw it and was nice enough to redo it, but that's not really a thing where you just go like, I'll have a second.
Yeah.
Probably he just says it's lost and cancels the order and takes whatever. Ray, when you got a bad, like, you used to drive Uber, but you didn't do Uber Eats, did you?
No, that came after me.
Dang, you were Gen 1, huh?
Yeah.
New York Post had that story. A guy in Seattle's facing misdemeanor assault charges after shoving 2 referees at a Suns hockey game. The refs were 12 and 14 years old, so they were like volunteer kids.
Oh, that's tough.
Man.
A Seattle man's facing misdemeanor assault charges after shoving 2 child referees at a Suns hockey game. The man is accused of knocking the referees ages 12 and 14 onto their backs on the ice. It was an unprovoked attack, according to police from ABC News. According to a police report obtained by ABC News, the man claimed he had acted in defense of his son after an altercation with a player on the opposing team. He told police his son was punched and kicked for about 30 seconds by the other athlete, and the referees did nothing to stop the assault. What do you think, though, the whole crowd would agree with this guy if that were really the case?
Yes.
Because you would see
Yeah.
that.
Does
If it were that blatant, where the other team's player was kicking the crap out of your kid for, the quote was 30 seconds, I think, everyone would see that and back this guy up. That's really, I don't see that that's happening. But he walked down. What if you get like a real lippy 13 or 14-year-old and you're an adult man, just in general?
Eesh.
It's like shoving you and stuff.
It's a great question.
I mean, you can't push them.
Like, what if they take a swing at you?
Then you dodge it.
That's a great question, too, because
Like,
what,
I mean-
if it's a 13-year-old who's kind of in that puberty phase, who's tall, and like he takes a swing at you,
Then you dodge it, and then you just hold him. Like, stop. Because you're bigger than him. You'll stop him. But you can't, like, punch back.
Man, that's tough.
that's a tough one.
What were you going to say? What do you think?
I mean, that's just hard because if you're like, let's say you're at the mall
Let's say.
and
We're at the mall.
Okay.
some 14-year-old punches you, you're
Yeah.
just going to do, like, what
Yeah.
do you do?
Yeah, I'm not going to punch back.
You may feel like you're in danger, though. Like if you're feeling threatened
Okay.
and you just got punched.
Yeah, you got assaulted.
I don't think it's not an easy answer for me because you definitely don't want to get in a fight with a kid.
No.
Yeah.
But you can't just let him hit
But
you.
but if you feel in danger, that sucks.
If a girl comes and punches you, you're going to hit her back?
Man, that's another thing. Like, if I'm at the mall,
Everything is
We're at
the
the mall,
mall.
we're at the
Everything's
mall.
at the mall.
yeah.
I think the decision is: do I feel in further danger? I just got hit by a kid
13-year-old.
at the mall. Do I feel if I continue to feel that I'm in further danger, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure to not feel in danger anymore, if it's 13 or 53. If they hit me and I'm like, I'm in no further danger, I can walk away. I think I have the capacity to do that. But if there's more threat, if I have the feeling of threat, I think I probably, regardless of who or what it is, maintain. No.
No,
I
maintain-
can't.
maintain's
No,
good.
I don't want to maintain. I need to punch back.
No.
If it's a threat, you have to defend yourself.
If you watch a lot of these fight videos
Yeah.
at like sporting events, a woman hits a dude. You're supposed to just let her do that?
Well, then you beat up the dude she's with. That's kind of what that
Oh,
that
yeah.
turns
You see the
into.
brawls break out. And it's like a woman hits this dude, and then he hits her back, and then it's just mayhem. I don't know how these get fed in my algorithm on
Because you
Twitter.
keep watching them.
He thinks there's one at every game because his
Yeah.
algorithm just gives them to him. He's like, they're everywhere, every game.
They are everywhere. It's amazing.
I think you can bear hug them, knock them to the ground, and hold them there, and then you won't look like you're trying to beat up a 13-year-old, but protecting yourself.
But that's easy to say. If you feel like you're in danger, it's not a bear hug easy. Bear hug easy is not in danger.
13-year-old, I think I can bear hug and throw him to the ground and just keep him there.
Most
Generally,
13-year-olds.
But 13-year-old could punch you and have weapons on them too.
Well, that's different.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's a gun, dude. I
You
punched the
can't-
gun out of his hand.
okay, no, you wouldn't.
Then
You
you
can't
just go
bear
down
hug
and
your
beat
way out of something that you feel like is a threat to your life. So if you think you can bear hug and hold them, that's because you don't feel like it's a threat and you're just going to hold them.
What if you hold them like they need to be held?
Good
like,
point. And
they
like
need to be loved.
just hug
like,
'em.
sing,
yeah,
a
like
little song.
Yes, like
Yeah.
what is
okay.
happening
It's
in
okay.
your life right now that made you come up to me at the mall
Good point.
and hit me?
And then he's like, "Why are you at the mall, man?"
Did it say how old these hockey players were? Like, what's the
they were
age of-
kids.
they were even younger
Okay.
because the 12 and 14-year-olds were older kids reffing the game.
Man,
Like,
it's tough being a ref. I mean, when I was a ref, and I was like 13 reffing men's league, like soccer, and I'm going to tell you what, those men, God, they were brutal. I mean, getting in your face. Oh, getting in your face, cursing you out.
So it's like you now to the refs as an adult rec league
No,
man.
but at least my adult league
you can do it.
refs, my co-ed rec league, it's adults reffing. Like I'm talking, I would go on Sundays to Zilker Park, and it would be grown men, and I was 13, and I'd be the ref.
That's weird.
And they, I mean,
How'd you get that job?
Yeah.
I've never heard you talk about this.
I umpired some
man.
men's league softball
As
at like
a kid?
at like 13, 14. Yeah, because I played in the league too, and I wanted the $25. So I was an umpire for men's league softball. They needed refs or umps.
That's
in softball.
weird for men to have little boys.
That is weird.
I wasn't a little boy. I was 13.
I was
okay?
13.
But also played in the men's league.
Like I'm going into high school.
I don't
guys
like that
were
at
little.
all. I don't like that at
now
all.
looking back,
And
I
they had
was
nothing
little.
Who
else.
was hiring these people? Because I don't like the sound
They were
of
looking
this
for
at
anybody.
all.
They needed anybody that you took like a little. Okay, whatever.
Man,
I'm just
I was
saying.
not a little boy. I was a little boy.
If you're,
Yes, I was a little boy.
if you're 13, you're a little boy to grown men.
are.
and they're cussing you out in your face. I mean, it was.
Oh my god.
I never got that.
Maybe
Oh,
that
man.
was the.
I never was they never made me be the home plate umpire as the 13, 14-year-old. But I played, it was called Ball Mountain is where we played. Arkansas Keith, I played on his men's league softball teams.
Okay, so at least you were with an adult you could trust. Okay.
I was by
No, he
myself.
wasn't always with me. I just played on his team. So I knew
weird.
the people out there, which is why they hired me to be an ump.
There's no way.
I mean, it's small
I
town,
would let
though.
my
It's different.
child.
It's Hot
different for you.
Springs.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to picture if my 14-year-old, when he was 13, was just like out with
It wasn't
a bunch
Compton, but I mean,
grown
it was
men.
like
Reffing.
it wasn't Beverly Hillbillies. It was
Right.
like bigger than Mountain Pine. It was like this. It was like city.
Okay, now you're making it worse.
Yeah,
It's
my
bigger.
dad would drop me off at like 8
No,
a.m. and I'd
Eddie's
ref
acting
games
like
all
it was
day.
4 people in a hay barn.
Well, I would think they all knew you. Did they all know
No,
you?
it was-
It's so weird, dude. That's weird.
I'm not gonna let my kid go ref an adult men's sporting event.
Why?
Why?
To make money?
I don't.
It's not legal
It was
for you to
25
work.
It was $25 cash. I
Because
got.
Lunchbox just said men were like cussing him out.
Oh, I didn't get
like,
that.
Exactly.
I
I
didn't get
did. I mean, I called one guy off sides, and he looked over me and goes, "Get your blanket out of your blanket,"
Yeah, that sounds right.
and cussed me out. And this guy sitting on a picnic table right there looked at me and goes, "That was the right call."
I don't know.
And
Oh,
the guy that cussed me out, I never saw him again, but the guy that said it was the right call was my high school soccer coach.
okay.
What do you
It was
say?
pretty-
Well, I don't know when this exactly happened because I just saw it on Instagram yesterday. My sister sent me a video of this mother in Georgia whose 10-year-old son walked to the gas station by himself, and then police showed up at her house and arrested her.
Yeah, I did.
We talked
We
about
talked
that.
about
We
this
did.
like 6 months ago.
I mean,
Well, okay, we talked about it 6 months ago. Sorry, I just saw the video.
not
if you
that
see the
long
video.
ago. Like
just-
I'd say,
2
2 months ago,
maybe.
At-
Okay, but
at
to
length.
see the video,
yeah, we talked about it for like 2 days too.
golly, we talked about it for
We even
call
tried to
this?
do the scenario like, why would she send him?
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
and
right,
like
and I'm sure I fully
compared it to
participated.
me being small town, and we used to go everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
next time
Yeah.
y'all forget we did a segment, just wait. I'm gonna bring it.
Well, no, everybody knew that though.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't that long
and
ago.
now
it
that
really.
we
It was
talk,
like yesterday,
Okay,
yeah.
now that we bring it up, I'm recalling having a similar discussion. I'm just saying, seeing the video.
It was December, 1st of December.
Yeah, a lot has happened since
was
the
the
first of
video where the
December.
mom was kind of clueless? Like, what? Like,
She was on the phone. She was telling the police, like, hey, hold on. And they're like, no, ma'am, we're here. You need to get off the phone. And she's like, hold on, I got to go. The police are here. And then, yeah, she was like, what? You're arresting me? Because since when is it illegal for a 10-year-old to walk to the gas station?
Guys, this
She's
is
like,
not a repeat. Just for the listeners,
Hey, when's it illegal for a 5-year-old to walk to the gas station by themselves?
I think where it becomes illegal are the vague rules of a child being in danger. And so there are those rules where if you're putting a kid in a situation where he could be in danger. And
like reffing an adult league
that
softball
sounds like
game.
Lunchbox was in danger. when
yeah,
you were
I
reffing.
never felt in danger. I umped the bases,
Yeah.
safe out, never got screamed at.
You know, Amy has a good point, though. On TikTok videos, does it tell you when they were posted? I can't find that anywhere.
So what happens is they do it purposefully.
Why?
So it always feels fresh. Algorithm is feeding you stuff
And then
from.
you bring it to work and act like it's fresh.
That's it.
Well,
Oh.
so let's say there's something new that you're into watching. I'm getting a lot of old like Saturday Night Live clips now, but let's say there's something. So if you're watching clips though, and you saw it was posted 3 weeks ago, you're probably not as drawn to it as if it was posted yesterday or the day before. So because your algorithms change and things you like to watch, they don't. But what the news guys do now, the update guys, they put it in the description.
Oh, that's
Some of the
good.
guys that do break, like, oh, this just happened, they put it in their description, so old stuff doesn't come through from them.
Smart. I appreciate that.
It may limit the people that see their videos, because if you don't watch it within like 10 hours, you probably won't see it or care to see it. But yeah, that's what they do. But that's why. It's because of people, even if you go, hey, you've never heard this show before, but it's a rerun, people aren't as drawn to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, what really messes me up is they're feeding me like airplane crashes now, and then I think it's like, oh man, that just happened, and it's one from like 5 years ago. And you look at it, you're like,
that's a long time though. 5 years.
Well, I'm just saying it didn't happen this week where I'm thinking like, oh, we didn't talk about that crash.
Hey,
Like that Motley Crue.
Well, that was
plane?
like 2 days ago.
Okay, see, I didn't know. It didn't tell me. So now I'm assuming like Motley Crue owned a plane. No way they owned a plane together. That must have been a long time ago.
No, so it was Vince Neil's plane. His girlfriend was injured. The pilot was killed. Private plane. This is like 2 or 3 days ago.
What?
He had a private plane. This is a private plane, and it crashed, and the pilot died. I think my facts are correct, and his girlfriend was on it. He was not on it, and she was injured.
Well, how did it crash?
It ran into another plane.
It was
What?
While it was
it like
taking
came off of the tarmac thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it wasn't like in the air crash. It was a on the ground type crash.
Something with
It
the
veers
landing
off
gear.
a runway in Scottsdale. Yeah. What about the flight that disappeared over Alaska?
Yeah. What's
like
up with that?
10 people on it, right? And they couldn't. It's gone.
They found it.
They did find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It didn't come up algorithm yet.
It like fell out of the sky.
I don't know. I haven't seen the thing.
All of them are.
All 10 passengers and missing plane have been identified. Yep. Oh, this is a prop plane. It's a prop plane with the propeller on the front.
Single engine or double?
Looks,
Well, if it's just one on the front,
yeah,
then
just
one.
the front.
Dude, those single engines are so. Oh, it's like one fan. It's like a fan. It's like a box fan, like one that you put in your bedroom by the window.
Well, it's a little more.
I mean,
than
no,
that.
But
Yeah.
when they started, it's really just one fan, and like this is gonna take us somewhere.
I know.
But they can glide.
Still
That's what
weird.
Ben did. His prop flew off the plane.
Right, because it's a box fan.
When he flew us, like we did, he flew us to Biloxi once to do a show. We flew a prop plane.
But
to
that was
Biloxi.
twin. That was twin though, because that was a King Air.
Was it?
Yes,
It's
trust
two,
me.
Okay, 2 box fans.
Anything,
okay?
anything he flew after that plane crash, the plane incident with the controlled landing that he was in. I always was like, "What are you flying today?" Because I would always freak out, and I know that y'all would fly a twin.
But we called it 2 boxer. 2 box
Yeah,
fanner.
2 box.
I remember hitting turbulence so hard.
Oh,
Like, and he looked like he was like riding the horse in front of Walmart. That was so fun. Your
He was
kids were
having a
riding that little,
blast.
put a quarter in it, ride the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me read about this Alaska flight real quick. The incident marks the 3rd major aviation accident in the United States in just over a week, raising fresh concerns about flight safety. The single-engine Cessna Caravan aircraft operated by Bering Air vanished from radar Thursday afternoon while en route to Nome, Alaska. The wreckage was found on Friday in the Bering Sea after an extensive search effort involving local, state, and federal agencies. The Alaska Coast Guard found the crash plane on Friday about 34 miles southeast of Nome. On Saturday afternoon, a team of pararescue people recovered the victims and transported their bodies to Nome for identification. So what happened? Do we know, Lunchbox?
I don't
'Cause
know.
again, I saw they were gone, but I never saw the end of the story.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened. I didn't read that. I just saw that they were all recovered, all the bodies. And I saw one story of a teacher was going to visit her students, which I guess she teaches. I mean, because they live out in.
Why are you talking like that?
Because I don't know if I'm
it's
right.
sad.
Yeah, and it's like, man, it's weird and just like so.
How was he talking?
A little soft.
I just want to like.
Well,
Yeah.
'cause I
Normally
really-
he yells when
Yeah,
he
he's
talks.
very
I don't
aggressive.
have all the. I mean, this is just what I read. And
So when you don't have information, you talk.
No, he's sad.
No, when you talk, you have different
Thank you, Amy,
enunciation
yeah.
of feelings. For him to talk like that felt very weird, even
Yeah.
regardless, sad, happy.
But yeah, I know one of the women on board was a teacher going to see her students, but I don't. I guess maybe she teaches virtually. I don't know, but
See, that's regular. What the way he just talked right
Yeah.
that's how I was talking.
He got into a pocket I wasn't comfortable with.
Yeah,
there. So if you don't really know what you're talking about, if you talk really low,
That's what he said. Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't really
it
know the
kinda makes it
details. So he's
sound like
We
maybe
wanna
people
be-
don't hear as many things.
He-
yeah.
think
I
he
don't
was-
want to be
guys,
NPR.
This is progress.
That's
I
true.
think he was actually didn't want to be insensitive.
He just took a shot at Amy, and Amy just keeps protecting him. It's my favorite thing.
He took a shot at me?
Yes.
No,
Oh, NPR.
NPR.
Ha ha ha.
you didn't hear that?
Whatever. I hear it now.
Investigators working to determine the cause.
I get it.
Suddenly dropped in elevation and speed. I guess maybe they don't know yet. That's 3. Although
I mean, that's
the commercial one is the craziest of all.
With the
They hit
Black
the
Hawk.
helicopter.
Yeah.
Because the other 2 were private planes. One was like a Mexican
Medevac.
medevac
Oh,
ambulance.
it was the one.
It was.
I didn't know that. Okay.
They were headed to a surgery or something.
And I think there are definitely a higher amount of private plane crash, or because you can just be a rich lawyer and buy an airplane and crash it. You know, that's what they call them, lawyer killers. Those planes like that, because you have just enough hours to get up, and you have just enough money to buy a plane, so you go up. Oh. It's the commercial airlines that really messes with people because.
Well, the Washington one was commercial and military, so that just really messes with us. Like the two that you would think.
And at the same time, all the drones was happening, and it's just been a weird year. This has been the most nuts January, February.
We're February.
Month and 12 days. Ever. And then they have the press conference like, here come the aliens at JFK. And we're like, all right, yawn next. What are you going to say?
Well, nothing. It was just a casual conversation.
Cool. We'll be casual. Bring it on. Hey, man.
I just remember talking to my cousin at the end of last year, and she was just like, she didn't say specifics, and she never, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But she did say that we're going to be dealing with.
She said the beginning of
a lot
next year.
In 2025.
Devil's advocate. You could say that in a year.
You could. See, that's why I didn't say it. That's why I wasn't going to say it.
Hold up.
No, we're having a casual conversation.
I know. We could just be casual about it.
Did she say that 2 years ago, though?
About the beginning of 2020.
4.
It was also pretty crazy, though.
I don't.
Was it the beginning? I don't remember.
I don't either, but I bet it was.
There was something. I'm sure.
It doesn't feel as crazy as this year.
Yeah, this year's
crazy.
And she has a whole thing about aliens. You should talk to her about aliens. Y'all should do a thing. At least y'all
How
can.
much time would you need
At
for
least
that?
y'all could agree on that.
I think the word alien is where most people will just check out.
Okay, fine. Whatever you.
No, not even that. I just
USO.
aliens and little green men. The more I read about them, I feel like if there's something there, they're not coming from other planets.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't need another podcast. You don't. But
God, no. Dude, I can do nothing else. I'm about to die.
I'm saying you could just talk to her on the side. One talk.
Like as a just sit down with somebody
Not
and talk?
like on the show, but
why would I talk to anybody if I can record it?
You could record
At this
it.
point. No.
You
Oh,
could
okay.
record it, but I'm not saying
If we're talking, we're recording it.
I meant like,
Yes.
because anytime she's come on the Bobby Bone show. I'm saying it would be offline, but you could load it up somewhere.
That's what you
not
tell
live.
people in public. Hey, you want to talk? Are we recording this?
Yeah,
No.
I have no energy if we're not recording it. I got too many podcasts right now. I'm drowning in podcasts.
Yeah. I just think y'all would have an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
There is a new podcast, a new episode of our show, Lots to Say. Matt Castle and I played in the NFL, and we had, first of all, the Vikings head coach who won Coach of the Year on.
You said Matt Castle and I played in the NFL.
Matt Castle and I, he played in the NFL.
No, the way you said it, that was perfect.
Thank you. Played in the NFL.
It was perfect.
Matt Castle and I
Matt
played,
Castle
played
and
in the
I
NFL. Yeah, referencing him. Yeah.
played in the NFL. But why would you say Matt Castle? Who
Do you
played
think
in
a
the NFL
single
and
person
I?
thinks I'm talking about me playing in the NFL?
They might if they don't know
A
you.
single person.
I don't know. I feel
There's
like
not. You can't even listen to my voice and tell I'm playing in the
it
NFL.
doesn't matter. I feel like you kind of liked it. You liked it.
I did sign a contract with the NFL. Now that part, I stand by.
To talk, not play.
And we had his name's Kevin O'Connell, won Coach of the Year NFL this year with the Vikings. But then we had my friend Andy Roddick on, and we were talking about pickleball and if I can beat him. I'm trying to go pro. He's playing for $1 million this weekend again
Cool.
on
I saw a promo
ESPN.
of that.
On ESPN.
Well, so what does he think about you
No
beating
chance.
him? He says no chance.
And he says no chance. He says no chance. Period.
I kind of believe it.
And then how do you feel about that? Like when you hear that, what do you think? There's still a chance.
It pisses me off a little bit. To
like,
not
do you
even be
really
given a
think-
fraction of a
But
chance.
do you really think there's a chance
Yes.
you could beat
I'm going to tell you why.
Andy Roddick?
Former #1 tennis player, won a Grand Slam winner,
Exactly.
top 10 for a decade.
And this is a sport that involves a paddle, a ball, and a net.
But it does not involve much. It's not a power sport, and this court is much smaller. If I were betting, would I bet on him right now? Yes. But it's not the same as a large tennis court where he's known for power, using power serves, because you can't do that in this game. It's different. It's the
I know
same but
it's
different.
different.
Although he makes fun of pickleball players so hard, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'll play on a tournament for $1 million. I don't care." Like he goes
But
hard.
is it $1 million for himself or charity?
Oh no, the first one. If he wins the prize money, he wins the money.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like
He won
to
the
raise
first
money for
one.
something.
Is he playing doubles or singles?
So what happens is you play singles and doubles. Listen, this one I'm not sure. The first one, it's like round robin. You do singles against people, you play doubles, and then whoever has the high wins.
Because I saw Andre Agassi's in this too.
Mm-hmm. He was in the first one too.
Cool.
Andy won the first one.
And you think you can beat him?
I didn't say I think I can beat him. I was insulted.
But it makes you mad that
I was
he doesn't think
insulted
there's
that
a
he wouldn't
chance.
even, just for a second.
But that's his personality. He doesn't
Like he's competitive too.
Yeah, very.
Look.
We played golf with him. He's very competitive, and like we were terrible.
I was a little insulted
Eddie,
that
you were terrible, not Poppy.
I was a little insulted that it wasn't even thought for a second that I had a chance.
Everybody just wants a chance.
Because I think I could. I think I'd
That's
have.
great, though. Your confidence, that's great.
I think I'd have a shot.
You know what confidence is, guys? It's,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
we've
just
talked
a-
about this before.
It's just a
What?
It's trying.
Mm,
And you try
thank
a
you.
lot,
I have at times an irrational confidence.
but you still try.
Like now.
I don't think it's irrational. My confidence is that I would not that I would beat him. It was that the fact that he wouldn't even think that there's a possibility that I could beat him.
Would it be better if he said maybe?
No, it'd be better if he said, "Nah, I don't think so." Like I haven't seen you play, but I'm gonna go with no.
I don't think so.
Or I haven't seen you play, but it was just like, God no.
I like it.
Like that was kind of what I was a little insulted.
Okay.
But also he probably could have been doing that to be insulting to me.
What if he was like, yeah, I could see it maybe if I fell and broke all my bones.
All my bones.
Well, at least I got a good laugh on that one. We do have a funny, viral idea, a bit idea that we just haven't had time to line it up. But they have tournaments a lot, and I was going to get my friend Randy Ojic, and he's going to be my teammate. And so we just put a little
Love it.
different hair on him, and we go play in tournaments. But it's him, it's Andy Roddick.
Oh.
Randy Ojic.
Yeah. We show up and no one knows it's him because it's like when Eli Manning does the quarterback.
Yeah.
But it's like we go and play in a tournament. They don't know it's Andy, and then we hopefully win the tournament.
Yeah, y'all should do that.
Yeah, we've said that we should. We just haven't really had the
We need
time.
time to do
Yeah,
it.
the timing. And
When you first were saying the name, I was like, is that someone that is a professional pickleball
Oh my
player?
gosh.
Did anybody else miss that?
No.
Okay,
we
just
got
making
it.
sure.
We got it immediately.
What?
Because I even said we had this idea.
Say it again. Say it again.
Randy Ojic.
But we were just talking
So
about
you just
Andy
flipped
Roddick.
the. I know, but okay. It doesn't,
doesn't matter.
sound anything the same to me.
But we were just talking. It doesn't matter. He's on Lots to Say, the podcast.
It doesn't matter.
Check it out, and that's it.
Did your jerseys come in?
I don't say anything about that. I don't talk about that yet.
Okay.
The best states for single people are Florida, New York, California, Texas, and Illinois. The worst are West Virginia, Arkansas, and North Dakota.
Why?
Conditions for dating?
Oh.
Like weather?
Yeah.
Not just that, but
Get in there.
even employment rates are a big part of it because
yeah,
you have to
money,
pay. Yeah.
places to go, things to do.
I mean, North Dakota, there's not anybody there.
Oh yeah, probably ratio of people available.
That's a
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida, New York, California again the top. Texas 4, Illinois 5. Worst, West Virginia, Arkansas, North Dakota, Wyoming, Kentucky, Alaska at 6.
Mm.
2 men attempt to rob a home at gunpoint. It severely backfires after one victim outwitted them by escaping into the perpetrator's own getaway car, and the other one drops the gun while fleeing. 2 armed men were attempting to rob a house in Virginia. One of the victims outsmarted them. Disguised as a utility worker, one intruder tricked the homeowner into letting him in the house. Then the accomplice comes in, pushes his way through. One then enters the back with a gun. They forced the victims into the kitchen. They were stealing cash, valuables, and a handgun. The homeowner's dog starts barking. He convinced the robbers to let him take the dog outside. Okay, robbers. You can never let the person you've got captured not be captured. He's got to poop. You know what? Good point. Go ahead and take him on out of there. Seizing the opportunity, he escaped in the suspect's own running getaway car and called police. Meanwhile, the second victim grabbed a gun of one of the intruders because they had dropped the gun and then chased them as they... So that felt... He drops the gun and then the guy grabs it and goes, now, I'm the captain now.
These guys sound like amateurs.
They identified the person, WAVY. Yeah, if you're the one who did it all right, but your buddy's the one that left the car running and dropped his gun, you're probably pretty upset at that. You all right over there?
Yeah. Why?
Just asking.
What happened?
You went somewhere else.
Just in general, this morning you've been going in and out a little bit.
What? I have not. I've been very much here the whole time.
No, you'll start looking over there somewhere for a little bit.
And a couple times you've been
Oh no! Well, during that story, I was thinking about how there's been Chilean gang members breaking in around Nashville and surrounding areas. Have y'all heard about that?
No, but isn't that where Joe Burrows were from?
Well, there's a ring of they were breaking into like athletes, but I'm anxious to hear this one.
Yeah, no, this is just normal everyday houses. I got
And they're Chilean?
I have a text thread about it. They broke into somebody's house. If they were Chilean, a lot of times apparently they don't steal firearms, and they did not steal the gun, but they did take it out and look at it, I guess. But they stole handbags, money, jewelry.
The news says they pulled a gun out and looked at it and put it back.
It wasn't the news, it's a text thread with like people
Hey,
that.
wait. And you're confirmed they're Chilean?
No,
Or are you
they
just
said
assuming?
they said if it's the Chilean gang members have not been taking weapons, so it
The
could
gang
be
members?
Gang. Gang.
But you said
You're all
when
over
you
the place.
When you
Oh, no.
started,
Yeah.
you said, "Did you hear about the Chilean gang members that were
Well, because
stealing
I
stuff in
said
Nashville?"
because that's been happening, and then
Are we
one.
sure?
Yes, I'm sure that has been in the news.
NPR's going to
100%.
love this one.
No,
Get them on now. We need them to listen in.
Okay, guys, let me tell you.
But you're quoting a text thread.
Yeah, but it's true story. Stay vigilant.
But based on what?
Our detective said if it's the Chilean gangs,
Who's saying that? What's
they
your
don't
source there?
The
A
person that got broken into.
Do you know them?
No, my my neighbor does, but I know the neighborhood. I know exactly where it happened, and they
Got it.
attached pictures.
Okay.
Do they look
It's
Chilean?
Terrible. No, not they. See, they used.
We would have never thought Chilean had you not said it.
Okay,
though.
guys, Google it. The Chilean gang part is in the news. That is happening near us. Okay,
Show me a story.
Google it.
I just did Chilean gang Nashville. The first thing that comes up is May 23rd, 2024. So I
Chilean
don't have
Fest.
anything recently.
Chilean miners trapped in cave.
I
I just see the
don't-
Joe Burrow stuff.
Yeah, just the Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got is Joe Burrow.
Well,
Amy, I think you'll fall. I
stay
think you fall
vigilant.
For a lot. I think you fall
This
for a
is-
lot of
No,
stuff.
there.
No,
it's
thi-
on here.
thank
I see
you.
it.
thank you,
Where?
Morgan.
It's on Fox Nashville. It's right here.
What's it
Did I
say?
say
13 hours
Chilean?
ago.
Oh,
It says nothing about Chilean.
It's a South
Chilea.
American gang. I'm sure it could be
South
confused.
American.
They could be the same.
okay. Chile is in South America.
Yeah.
It is.
Wait, y'all think
that
I just
Chilea?
like make? Y'all think I just make this stuff up?
Well, I mean, the way you started out, it was confirmed Chilean guys broke into this house, and then you're like, well, there's no proof of it.
Yeah.
Source text message.
No, the source.
Source text
is-
message from somebody my
No,
neighbor knows.
I actually was saying, I was trying to clarify that they had a firearm and it was not stolen, although it was removed from the box, but they decided to leave it. And the detective said, well, if it is Chilean, it could be because they don't steal firearms. I don't know why. Maybe they have a code.
Chilean code.
They're like,
Do whatever you want. No firearms.
Here we go. Nashville, several charged in Nashville. Human trafficking ring tried to Venezuelan. Yeah. not Chilean.
Oh, are you doing the wrong country? That is
no,
bad news.
Chilean gangs.
South African gang Tren de Aruga
Well, Africa's different.
tied to recent arrest from Tennessee. South American. Okay.
Well, whatever. That's what I was thinking about. I didn't mean to present as if something was wrong with me.
Nothing is wrong with you ever.
You said, "Are you okay?"
This morning you've been in and out of bed. Doesn't mean something's wrong with you.
But what do you mean in and out? Like, because I'm not noticing it, so I need you to tell me so that I can be
Yawns
aware.
in the middle of segments when we
Yawns?
were live.
No, I was coughing. Are you kidding? I've
sorry.
been trying to hit my cough button.
Are you sick?
You're right. 4 suspects allegedly from Chile arrested for robbing $200,000 worth of stuff from a Forest Hills home
I don't think we're.
from 2022.
No, So
Hold
the
on.
gangs are still.
Hold on.
The gangs are still here.
My argument is not a fact-based argument. It's the presentation of the story. It was. I got it's in a text thread.
Yes.
Okay, but then you know the person. No, like that is where that's where the humor I find in it
But
is. I'm not
but
saying
I
it's
know-
not true.
I know everybody on the text thread, and they know the neighborhood and the person.
So everybody that you know knows somebody who knows it.
Well, technically, it's just a neighborhood text thread. I've not met a lot of the women.
She's like, I don't even live in the neighborhood. I'm just on it.
It's just like a text thread with a bunch of moms in the neighborhood.
Got it.
So any whoozy.
Got it.
I have not yawned at all. It has been coughing
Hey, I don't care.
So you don't know all these people?
on my text thread.
Yeah.
No,
Do you say your name as far, or is it just a bunch
don't
of
even have-
anonymous numbers?
it's just a bunch of numbers.
What's wrong?
But it's saved as a group thing, like moms of the neighborhood. I got added to it by somebody when I moved in.
I got a couple other things, then we'll.
It's helpful.
Eddie he gets to not wear a sling. He's not wearing it today, as a matter of
Check
fact.
it out.
He never needed it.
So
Theory. Hey, speaking of conspiracies,
it'll all come out in the report.
Amy,
He never needed it. Are you kidding me?
you don't think he had a broken arm?
Like, that's rude.
I think he bruised bruised it or
And you
something.
bruised his arm, wore a sling, got
He like hurt it, and then he was like, "I'm gonna wear a sling," because y'all went to play those shows last week, and he had the sling on for like no reason at all. Like he had his arm over his guitar and he was playing, and the sling was on, but it was riding up his arm.
Yeah. I can still play.
But
I can
why
move
even
my
wear
wrist.
it? But why? No, your whole arm was, and the sling was coming up. It was just funny.
Because
But,
when
like,
we
why
weren't
wear it?
when we weren't playing, I would rest my arm.
What is your theory, Amy? I'm just curious. Do you think
Attention.
Why would I need attention?
That's a
we
you thing,
we
man.
have
You're
hey
jealous.
listen, the target has moved around this room. I mean, it has gone in a very fair way, in a
Yeah.
very democratic way. Every person here has taken
Yeah,
shots.
because let me tell you, I have not yawned once today.
I have.
I haven't, and I got accused of it.
I don't understand. The target's moving where I don't understand.
It's gone.
Elaborate.
It's.
Oh, Eddie, what's going
I'm-
on? Are you not getting enough attention at home?
That was me strategically moving it from myself to you.
Got it.
No,
Got it, got it,
we've
got it.
all been the victim of everybody attacking in this in a
And I've been pretty quiet.
fun.
For the
No,
most
no,
part.
you've jumped in. You've jumped in and had
Where?
good laughs.
Where?
You've had good laughs.
Where?
What?
NPR? That was
Chalea.
pretty
Chalea.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Anyway, go ahead.
The doctor says I'm good to take the sling off. He says I'm healing like a lot quicker than he expected. You know what's weird? Here's a theory. I had like that chest congestion a few weeks ago, and I went to the doctor, and she said I'm really hesitant to give you steroids because that messes with bone healing. She said, but we're gonna do it anyway because your cough is so bad. So I took steroids. I don't know if that sped things up or what it did, but the doctor's like, hey, lose the sling. If you can move your arm, move it. But here's the problem. Slowly turning into a lunchbox. I can't touch my shoulder.
Well, that's because of an injury. You'll get the full movement of your arm
Flexibility
back. Yeah.
That's what the doctor said.
Mobility.
But I was like, I'm a little worried. I have a coworker that can't touch his shoulders.
You think that's contagious?
And
Or contamination?
well, I've been making fun of him for so long about it.
He's born with that. He's making fun of a defect.
Yeah, that's a birth defect. I still think I should get a handicap parking sticker for it.
But it's not keeping you from doing anything.
Touching my shoulders, getting changed the proper way.
Patting. That's it. Patting yourself in the back. He said, like, can't do that.
Like when you have an itch, got to find a door frame.
But I mean, that's
Like a
most
bear.
people.
Collar's messed up, can't see.
I'm happy to hear that you're out of your sling.
Yeah.
You don't think he had a broken arm. You think it was something he wore a sling and then had to amplify the injury so
Yeah.
he didn't make fun of him.
Yeah,
That's
or
an
show
interesting-
prep. He needed something.
Oh, bit chasing? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Has anybody seen an X-ray?
I have not seen an X-ray.
Can we talk to the doctor?
Yeah.
Because
You call
most
the
people
doctor.
would bring that in for socials. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
told you you can call the doctor.
Like we know who the doctor
Yeah,
is.
like the doctor. Hey, I'm calling on behalf of Eddie. Can I see the X-rays? He'd be like, No.
No.
HIPAA. Bye.
Yeah.
You want me to get the doctor on?
No, I'm not that interested in it.
He said
Interested-
he said that you
Me?
he plays in a band.
Well, here we go. Here we go. That's
He's an
angle.
orthopedic, but he also plays in a band at Ruby Tuesdays or I don't know, some restaurant. And he said that you walked in one day. And he was like, yeah, Bobby came. He's there. He's eating a steak and watched me play. Does that sound familiar?
It was
Jack Ruby's?
maybe Jack Ruby's. John Party, that was his place, so we'd go with him. Them. So we probably went,
I think he does like Wednesday nights or something.
I don't know.
He says you all should come out again sometime. And you're so good at telling people like, nah, I probably won't be able to do that. But you know, like he's told me 3 times and I'm always like, yeah, man, sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
But I probably won't go to Jack Ruby's.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at going, not for me, but that sounds cool. How is no expectation?
I got to learn that.
Not quick like, oh man, that's awesome that you do that. I probably won't be there, but that sounds really cool.
Yeah. But
Okay.
anyway.
Lunchbox theory on Eddie's arm before we go. Theory.
I mean, Amy's theory about attention. Maybe with the 4 kids, his wife doesn't pay attention enough to him.
good too. Or it's
And
like
so-
he wants to have to do less. For them.
Yes. Like, oh, you know what I mean? The dishes are getting too much. There's 4 kids. Honey, I can't do it. My arm's hurting.
Any truth to that?
No.
Okay.
I
Amy, I
wish.
saw on your Instagram you had an animal in your yard.
Not just any animal, a bobcat.
Oh, okay.
It's cute.
Yeah,
What's
they're
it doing?
small. They're smaller than I would.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't know better, I would.
I originally learned we had bobcats in my neighborhood through my mom text thread, but I
Chilean bobcat.
I saw one and I thought, well, my dog saw it first, and then I thought that is a big cat, and then its ears were all pointy. But then when it turned back and looked at me, it was so cute, like so cute. But apparently they don't really harm humans, so I didn't mind getting kind of close to try to get a video, but it'd eat my animals super fast.
We had them because we had foxes, and the bobcats were trying to get the foxes, and the coyotes were trying to get the bobcats. Were trying to get the foxes
Mm.
Circle of life.
because it was full Lion King. Yeah. We just pumped it to the speakers. Elton John all night long.
I did think it's kind of weird, though, trying to think about that cat wanting to eat my cat. Because you would think cats would not want to eat their own. You know?
How close did you get to it?
Pretty close. It was in my driveway.
Did it have a long tail?
You zoomed in on it though.
I zoomed in, but I mean, I got closer than that was before I Googled if they would hurt humans.
It's they're usually not out when you can see them. It's usually nighttime, like night.
And this one was just chilling.
Yeah.
It was rainy though.
Was it dusky?
It was like rainy and 2 p.m. or
Oh,
something.
really? That's usually earlier.
But
than
it
they're
cloudy
out.
over. The sun wasn't out or anything. But I just thought it was so cute. And then I thought it would eat my cat. Like cats would eat cats. Did dog eat dog?
That's the kind of world it is.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, dog don't eat dog, for the most part. But different kind of cats, and like that's a predator. It's a natural predator for smaller creatures in general. So it's not just a cat. It would be anything. Squirrel. It'd be anything.
A coyote won't eat a dog?
I
think they do.
But is a coyote a dog
eat
or?
one? Coyote's more of a dog, I think,
Dog.
than a cat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but eat one, maybe attack one.
And then just leave it?
But I don't know about we never had coyotes eat dogs.
I guess probably it's case by case too, because there's most humans don't eat humans, but some do.
That's different. That's not case by case.
Yeah, and they're...
Well, 'cause
That's like
there
that, the
might-
plane needs to crash in the Andes. It needs to be Jeffrey Dahmer. Coyotes occasionally will eat a dog, but only again in the much smaller version where it could be anything that small that they're going to eat.
Okay, it had to be like a little teeny tiny.
For the most part, yes, a smaller dog, and it doesn't matter what that animal was; they were going to eat it because it was smaller.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're done. Thank you, and
Good night.
okay, thank you, and good night, everybody, and hope you have we'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.